Greetings, and welcome back to the MCOC Encyclopedia. How are we all doing this evening? Got people in chat already. Daniel, Zeus, Voldis, Ryland, O Glorious Emperor. Hilgendorf, nice to see you, sir. Gil, Mammoth, Ducky, Nacho, Caliga. How are we all doing this evening? It is very warm in the UK this evening, so we're just gonna relax a little bit today and try and avoid the sun as best as possible. Hi, Ellie. So, we have left the EQ for basically the last week, which is, on top of things as ever, but I have done some significant rank ups in that time, so that does mean the prestige has gone up. So, more rewards. It's not necessarily the worst. So, let's crack on. Please do feel free to ask questions about anything, as always. Probably start new, that's fine. I don't have any particular topics planned for this evening, so do let me know how you're doing. You just got Wave from the Pearl's Grace Crystal. Very, very nice. She's interesting for sure. What are we looking at? Tech. Just the armor break one. Defender would gain health. Blah, 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 blah. Inflict a damaging effect. Okay, cool. It's the tech one, but slightly different. Damaging effects for heal block. Well, Warlock is phenomenal for this. So let's go Warlock, Hulkbuster, Nimrod because it's funny. Let's have another Warlock. We should probably look at the boss. The EQ bosses have no nodes. Correct. Oh yeah, I don't even need to look at the nodes anymore. I'm literally just talking about that. Yeah, they've removed them. Not entirely sure why, but I suppose it's nice you can go in and just smash stuff. Ultron synergy, presumably for Hulkbuster. Why not? Ultron. Oop. Where's my walk? I'm not anticipating this is going to be overly difficult, so we can play with some slightly more fun teams, I suppose. Buff Daredevil's Hell's Kitchen. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. Let's just do this. As always, when streaming, we are playing on PC, so if my skills are a bit trash, yep. That's that. Did I get to GC? I did. I clawed and screamed my way there. But, yeah, wasn't overly fun, but I did manage it. Why are we using Warlock for this? Well, Warlock's damage is actually really quite good, and he is one of the best healing dealing options in the entire game. So you'll see as soon as that heal comes around, didn't even need to throw the heavy attack, gaining Furies. Just wait for the Furies to ramp up. I think it goes to 8 in one cycle. Oh no, only 5. There we go. And 50k crits. Bonk. Ow. Only problem with Warlocks, no willpower. That's going to hurt. Never mind. Oh, we're doing very poorly. Luckily, I always give the disclaimer. That's willpower. Adrenaline heal a bit as well. Just got Jean Grey out of a crystal. Very, very nice. Oh, we got Mystic Jean. Ah. Presumably, if you say you're definitely your best Mystic. Took her to rank 4 immediately. Would you have waited till you awakened her? I don't think so. So, yeah, no. Congrats. I mean, we can double check her awakened ability just to see what's useful. Unowned, Mystic. Madeline Pryor. Oh, mutant. Ah, okay. I mean, I actually want to double check this. That looks complicated. Does Jean need to be awakened? It's nice. It is nice. I would say Sig 1, absolutely fine. But just getting access to that passive stun is really, really nice. Let's go Hulk, but this is going to be an annoying fight because he always takes long, but yeah. Oh, he's shock immune. Ah, well. That means we're not going to be able to deal it. We're not going to be able to... This was a poor decision. Oh, well. We can just show off the power of Hulkbuster. Ah, there we go. Oh, Power Burn counts as a damaging effect. That's fun. Ah, Hulkbuster. Never change, my friends. Never change. What, Null? Does he need awakening? So I say no. A lot of people would say yes. And I can already see people in chat saying yes. If you want to speed him up, then yes. But he can do pretty much everything he can do awakened, unawakened. He doesn't gain or lose a huge amount. Let's just go Warlock again. Didn't know Hulkbuster was like that. We have a very nice video, if I do say so myself, about Hulkbuster on the channel that I would highly recommend you check out. Because in that fight, you can... We couldn't inflict shocks. And he gains more attack for every shock you can inflict. So you can actually get significantly more damage out of him than we saw in that fight. Yeah, Hulkbuster absolutely slaps. And he has some of the best power control in the entire game. I did try and use him a couple of times for Silver Samurai, but I couldn't quite get it to work past about 25 bars. Yeah, I have seen some people talking about comp. I don't know. We'll have to see. We will have to see. I think every champion doesn't need the awakening ability. Some champions are borderline useless without it. Someone like Aegon, for example. He cannot transfer his combo from fight to fight, so... Without the SIG, anyway. So he really, 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 really needs the SIG. Like, low SIG is fine, but he does really need it. Oh, Nimrod, you beast. Absolute beast. Nick Fury needs it? He can certainly do... I wouldn't say he needs it. He very, very much likes it, but I wouldn't say needs it. But someone like Star-Lord, someone like Aegon, they're basically complete trash without it and become very, very good with it. Let's take Hulkbuster into a fight where we can actually shock the opponent, and we'll show you how to Hulkbuster. So, step 1, build to special 2. You can actually do this without baiting a single special from the opponent. Like this, you just bait heavy attack. Unfortunately, that heavy range is very short. Oops. Oh well. There you go. You can do it without, but, you know. Then what we're going to do, we're going to throw a combo, and then we're going to throw the special into their block. Do a lot of damage. They're now power locked, so we can chain heavies in the corner. 100k heavy. Can we do a crit? No, no crit on the end, but pretty ludicrous. Deadpool needs his awakening. I mean, he doesn't do much with or without, so... Yeah. Greetings there, Super. How are you doing today, sir? Can I help you with the degen path in 9.2.3? Did I make a 9.2 guide? I can't remember. My guides are a bit all over the place at the moment, but let's double check if I did 9.2. Yes, I did do 9.2. I don't know if I specifically covered the Scourge path, but at least if you want to get through it initially, it is there. What champions are resistant to degen? I mean, Hilgendorf's pretty much got you covered. The only one he's missed is Moondragon is also as well. Black Widow going to be evading. Let's go to the Warlock. Going for exploration. I'd have to go and look at it for the exact details. Do I live in London? No, I do not. But I do live in England. But I don't live in London. Bop. Bop. There we go. Get the infection in. So now when she tries to heal... Oh, we're healing. Very nice. When she tries to heal, she's power drained. And if we were awakened, she'd also degen. Which is very nice. What do I think of the 2 new champions coming out tomorrow? I have no idea. Haven't played them. And heavy attack. Ah, no crit, sadly. What fight is this? This is just the EQ. It's currently 10 PM in the UK. It most certainly isn't. It is 1953, according to me. Yeah, Black Widow, the oldie evader. Nothing up to. What is EQ? Ah, the monthly event quest. So this is the one where you sort of fight the champions, fight the new boss. There's one that cycles every month. So you'll have the event quest, which is this one, or the EQ, and you'll have the SQ, or the side quest. Have I ever tried Marvel Future Fight? No, I have not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 54k crits. Crit on the heavy? No, that's a shame. But still, Warlock. Oh, I do like Warlock. I've got a soft spot for Warlock. If I'd pulled a tech rank 5 gem, there could have been a discussion about Warlock going to rank 5. Do I know when the Modoc Realm event was? I don't, I'm afraid. Can't remember that one. Do I play any other mobile games? No, not really. Someone was asking about power reversal. I will show you. Shocker, Hulk, or Dust? Who's the best attacker? Unawakened? Ooh. Probably not Dust, though she has more defensive value. It depends what you need. So, Warlock power drains the opponent when they try and heal, but you have an infection up for every infection you have on them. So when we have 2 infections, you can see that his power is going down very, very rapidly. And if you have Warlock awakened, he will also degen them at the same time. Ooh, 200k crit. Very nice. Modoc event was around the banquet. Fair enough. Count Nefaria. Ah, my friend. You're on the wrong side of the screen. Should we bring out Ultron? Hang on, we're going to be bleeding. He's bleed immune, so let's not do that. Let's use Warlock. Not Warlock. This guy. Are there any NDS games you like? Is that Nintendo Switch or something else? I'm not sure quite what you mean. Between Hulkling and Carolina Dean, who do we rank 5? Oh, that is not a fun question. That is not a fun question. They're both very, very good champions. I would say see what you need, who you're trying to counter. Yeah. Oh, Nintendo DS. Oh, that is going back a long time. I did have a Nintendo DS. It was red a very, very long time ago. When I say a very long time ago, I'm talking about 15 years ago. I played Pokemon Platinum a lot, going back a very, very long way. Did I play anything? I think that's definitely the one I played the most. I also played Zelda. Oh god, which Zelda was it? Phantom Hourglass. I had that on DS as well. How old am I? I am 27. Just a slightly depressing thought every time it comes round, but never mind. Can we do this fight with Hulkbuster without baiting a special? Probably. Because Hulkbuster is kind of broken. I sound like I'm 34. Well, thank you very much. And I hope you're having an awful day too, sir. I sound like a wise man. That's a better way of framing it, thank you. Is there a glitch on Twitch drops? Well, this isn't going out on Twitch, so you're not going to get any Twitch time from me, I'm afraid. But I'm afraid because I don't do it, I don't really know. What do I think of rank 5 Havoc? Certainly a spicy choice. Let's bring out Ultron for a change. Can energy resistant counter degen? No. Degen is direct damage, and therefore it's neither physical nor energy. So there's a really cheeky trick you can pull with our friend Ultron here, because Ultron has guaranteed bleeds on every 3rd hit. So if you can throw your special at 3n minus 1, you can gain bonus bleeds, but I think I messed it up. Never mind. Am I British? I am. Certainly am. Your Paragon, haven't put any effort into the advanced masteries like deep wounds and recoils. How to go about it. Ooh, we took Ultron to rank 5. That is a very, very spicy choice. We have a video on the channel called Mastering Masteries. It's a bit old, but it's completely, it's all accurate and up to date. So I would say start there. In terms of advanced masteries, recoils you don't need. At all. They're sort of a tool to be used, but that's really about it. I would say willpower is the best, quote-unquote, advanced mastery to pick up. But everything after that kind of is just nice to have. Like, if you're a massive Nick Fury fan, then obviously Deep Wounds is going to help. But, yeah. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. Is Scorpion good enough for Morningstar for Colosseum? I imagine he could do some stuff, but the node only triggers for non-damaging debuffs. Not damaging ones, which is a real shame. And the problem with champions like Scorpion that deal huge amounts of burst damage is that the damage doesn't carry through. So if you dealt 1 billion damage to the Morningstar, she'd do 1 bar. Which is a real shame. So, yeah. Am I a fan of Taskmaster? I am. The English version. I've watched all of it. To prove I am a true fan, all I need to say is Joe Wilkinson and a potato. And that pretty much tells you everything you need to know. Those that know, know. And those that don't know will have the joys of finding out. But yeah. Joe Wilkinson and a potato. Am I playing on PC? Certainly am. I can't stream off my phone. But I can stream off the PC version. However, I'm a bit trash on PC, so I try not to do anything that involves too much skill or anything too difficult. Otherwise, I would use a lot of revives. Big special 2. Very nice. Good job, Warlock. Mastery Guide was great. Glad to hear it was good. It is old, but it still works there. I've only watched the current series. Fair enough. I would very much recommend going back and watching all of it. It is absolutely worth the watch. Someone said they were going to do... Add Archer rank up. Nightcrawler or Jean. So, personally, I would go... Nightcrawler. Sorry, I would not go Nightcrawler. Go Jean. Jean is phenomenal. Nightcrawler is a spicy choice. Do not get me wrong. But Jean, ow, is so, so good. So, I would absolutely go Jean. So it's 1 above at the moment because I lost my combo. That's fine. Jean is arguably top 3 mutants. Onslaught is one of the others who's arguably the best mutant. I don't know who... Alright, quick poll. Who would people put up there as the other, like, top 3 mutant? I'm sure I'm forgetting someone as well, but... Ah, that's a shame. Mr. Sinister, that's a very good shout. Yeah, a lot of people say Mr. Sinister. I could very much see that. A ramped Mr. Sinister is pretty nasty. Captain Britain, I can very much see that for the BGs. BGs people. Ow. Oh, I'm getting absolutely murked by Beast of all people. That's slightly embarrassing. Cassandra's underrated. I'd agree. I don't think she's top 3. Top 10, sure, but not top 3. Colossus. Colossus with full synergies. Now you're talking. Colossus without synergies, I can't push top 3. Weapon X, that's a spicy choice. I wouldn't say he's as top, but he's pretty good. Captain Britain can do very well either on defense or in longer fights. She can do very, very well. I don't know if I can push her quite to the top. Clops, I respect that. Gotta respect the Cyclops. Kitty Pryde. Kitty's pretty good. Kitty is pretty good. I would love to see someone go ham with Kitty. You know, we're talking full Alliance War season. Because Kitty at one point was that champion. Fun fact, I can dex Danny Moonstar's Special 1 rooted. I had to learn it for an Alliance War season. Apparently, I can't dex it when I'm not rooted. Archangel? Archangel's a very spicy choice, and I don't think we'll see 7-star Archangel for a long time. You never know. Might do. Storm X, that's pretty good, pretty good. Again, top 10, maybe. Top 3? I don't think so, I'm afraid. Want to mount the other Ultron, which can be obtained by... so other Ultron is, garbage. I did write a buff plan for him a while ago. If anyone be interested, I'm sure I can release that as a video. I tried to do a collab with a whole bunch of other people on, like, champion buffs. It just never really came to fruition, which is a real shame, because it was quite cool. Let's just bring in Bastion or something. Do we get healed here? No. Ah, well, whatever. Gold Pool, I mean... Gold Pool has only true power when he's shiny. That's the true power. It's shiny Gold Pool. So, you know. Not flexing or anything. Domino with Red Hulk and Anti-Venom. Or Agent Venom, sorry. That's, is it Agent... Oh, I would try Domino, Red Hulk, and Massacre, my friend. If you like those three, add in Massacre. You can do a lot of cheeky stuff with him. So, or Massacre, Massacre, or... I've recently taken Nimrod to rank 4. Such a beast. So that gives you an extra 1 second on all of Domino's debuffs. Which means not only do your Incinerates last another 2 ticks, so if you were getting 20k per tick, you're now getting another 40,000 damage, which is pretty nuts. But it also gives her an extra 1 second on her stun. Which means you can do medium, light, medium, light, medium as one combo. You can do a 7 or 8 hit combo every single time. Really, really cool. No relic on Nimrod? Good point. I think I took it off earlier because no, when I was doing my relics for play next. That's a very nice button. Thank you very much. When I was doing relics for my Iron Man Infinity War run, I'd started messing around with them a bit and clearly didn't put them back on properly. What do we got? It's the regen one. Drain, burn, dissolve, steel. This is going to be a little bit slower, I think. That's fine. Ultron or Hulkbuster, who's better? Probably Hulkbuster. Ultron's good. Ultron with the Hulkbuster synergy is very good, but without synergies, I would recommend Hulkbuster. Hulkbuster is arguably the most underrated champion in the entire game. So we are looking for regen or power shenanigans. So, power shenanigans, regen, power shenanigans, power shenanigans. Is Enchantress going to be worth it? I don't think so, but let's try it. Doom won't work well? Beg to differ. Oh, Kushala. Kushala's going to absolutely melt. So I would say do that. Sorry, Faith. The bot is a little bit trigger happy when it comes to like deleting messages. I see your message, and I'm really glad that it was helpful. So thank you very much. But yeah, I apologise for the bot being a little overzealous. How did I get 7-star Scarlet Witch? She was the rewards for like absolute top level Alliance War a while ago. In fact, I'm just going to flex a little bit here. So you got a copy of her every time for like Masters and Masters above. Where is she? Here. And I have her Sig 120. So, yeah. Don't take Enchantress. Oh, I don't want to. But I want to show that he is particularly, or she is particularly trash. I tried to use Enchantress. I mean, okay, not for this one, because Chi-Elf is a surprisingly annoying defender. I tried to use Enchantress for... Who was the cosmic... Oh no, I tried to use it for Airwalker in the Colosseum, just to, like, you know, really give her... And I got, like, 3 bars. It was dreadful. Did I rank her purely for defense? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. And anyone that tells you otherwise is lying. Ah, the chances of that were very, very low. Rank 5 OG Iron Man. Respect, my friend. Respect. I'm a big... Oh, come on. I'm a big fan of that. Screw it. I'm just going to hit her. When are we supposed to get a tier list update? You're never supposed to get one, but I might do one at some point. The problem is the longer I leave it, the more work it is, which means it's the less likely I'm going to do it. You like Enchantress as a concept, the juice isn't worth the squeeze? Yeah, absolutely. She's a really, really cool concept, but she just needs more spice. And the problem is that Wong exists. And Wong is... They basically do the same thing, which is spam special 1 to ramp up and do big damage on the special 2 with regen. But Wong just does it so much better. And Enchantress just isn't... Look at all these things she can do. They're all bad. Like, if we... Can I look at her abilities? Have they taken away... Oh, attacker information, here it is. Like, if we look at her spell book... Where is her spell book? Gotta be here somewhere. Oh, here we go. So, yeah. Dispel, Nullify, that's fine. Neutralize and Wilt for the atrophy. They're 30%, which is just not... It's not enough to do anything. It's nothing's reliable. And that's the problem. Someone's telling me the Doom cycle won't well because of the protection above 2 bars, and all I say to that is, my friend, you're not thinking. You're not thinking widely enough. The Doom cycle won't work, but he's still Doctor Doom. The point I hope to prove. Instead of pushing them all the way to special 3, what you do is you push them to just above 2 bars of power, and then you drain them, and then you throw the special 2... Ooh. Throw the special 2 yourself. And that gives them no power. And then what you do is repeat that. What sports do I like to watch? And please don't spam the question. I don't. I honestly couldn't care less. There are very few sports No, I wouldn't say there's no sports I actually care about. Now we have 5 Furies. And we're unblockable. So we go for another one. 57k crits. It's pretty good. Ooh, don't push her above 2 bars of power. There we go. Full yellow bar. 53 seconds. I would say that Doom works absolutely fine. Am I playing on controller, mouse and keyboard? This is mouse and keyboard. Absolute default controls. Just WASD, shift, space. That's about it. I'll show the controls if people want me to show the full thing, but that's pretty much it. That's a 6-star, by the way. Absolutely. What's the highest it went today? It's somewhere in the UK. I think it's broken 35. At least in the last few days it has. It's the hottest May on record. We go for a bit of mojo. Let's go Kushal for this one. Did I go to uni? I did. I went to the University of York, but I don't live there anymore. My English, Welsh, Irish or Scottish? English. Born and raised. Very cheeky like intercept. It's the EQ live. Oh no, this is this month's EQ, not next month's. I'm just late to the party. Very spicy intercepts there. What have we got? 15k per tick. Let's see if we can get that a bit higher. If he survives. Throw a Bastion. 46k. Nice. Slightly above average. Yeah. And as anyone that will tell you, English heat is some of the worst heat in the world. We're just not kitted out for it at all. Which is mostly on us. But, yeah. Best 3 champs overall. Oof. Advice on how to keep up childish spells. Keep her awakened, or get her awakened, and just keep doing them. You can get them paused by activating the one you've got the least of. So that's how I'd recommend keep them going. Top 3 champions. It kind of depends how you define best, which I know is kind of a cop-out, but bear with. It depends, are we including defensive prowess? Does that matter to you? Are you thinking like just about battlegrounds or like just general range of stuff? It also depends whether you talk about them now or talk about them when they were released. Because that does make a big difference. Like, Blade was overwhelmingly dominant when he came out. Now, not so much. And so on. First energy refill of the night. Why don't I stream on Twitch? Because I can't... my internet can't handle it, basically. Should I pursue Valiant for the next threat level? I would always say push as far as you can, because titles are a big upgrade. So, always push as far as you can. And then when you get stuck, branch out. Ow. Thanks, Carl. Thinking Carl? Do I follow Marvel Comics? Not really. So here we can go for the intercept. That pauses all of our spells. That way, keep them paused, keep them going, and then you just tick this poor guy down. Should you focus on 7 stars now that you reach Paragon? It depends which ones you have. Oops, sorry, I just hit the mic if I've just blown anyone's eardrums out. If you have, 7-star X23, then no. If you have 7-star Onslaught, then yes. It just depends who you have. If you don't have Sentry for the Abyss challenge, can use Heimdall and Kushala. Those two will absolutely melt. You will have no issues whatsoever. Perfect. Right, let's try using Enchantress. It means I've actually got to use my right hand as well for this one. Are we going to see Spider-Man Noir in MCOC? I can't give you a definitive answer. I'm sure he'd be cool. But I can't say for certain either way. Is there a champion I ever regretted ranking up? Probably. Maybe we can have a look at the roster once we get to the swap or something. There are certainly champions I don't use, but I tried to rank every champion with a purpose. I'm not quite sure why I'm going for these spells, but... what do we go? Up, right. Go for the Blizzard. Go for energy damage here to get around his physical resistance. What are the chances I absolutely fumble the Enchantress gameplay? Pretty high. Pretty high. Regretting the Morb rank up? That's fair enough. I mean, Enchantress didn't do too badly there, but that's what happens when you stick a lot of damage onto a rank 4 champion. So, Completed Act 9 recently. Tips for the 2 rank 5s. I mean, just some of your favourite champions. That's a pretty good place to start. Oh, let's have some fun with Mojo. For your first rank 5, just go for your favourites. That's pretty much all I can say. So this is a particularly funny fight, because we can do this. Which is trigger all of his buffs, and watch them all disappear. And just boost to our special 2 very, very quickly. Bop. And then we are nearly back at a special 2. When you say from a design perspective, do you mean design as in their abilities, or is that in terms of their animations? Because they are slightly different things. Love to see Spider-Man Noir. Yeah, it'd be pretty cool. I mean, you could kind of just take the abilities of Mr. Knight and stick them on a Spider-Man model, and it would kind of work. Flat abilities. Who has the best designed abilities? Honestly, White Tiger has phenomenal flow. She just kind of works. Let's bring her in. I wouldn't say she's... Who has the kit that just works? Like, everything just beautifully synergizes together. Honestly, Bong has a really good kit. You can get a lot out of Dr. Bong. MSD just did a video today on how to use him if anyone's unsure. Oh, Nefario, actually, he has really good ability synergies. Deathless Thanos, yeah, another good call. Another very good call. Hello, Black Panther, thank you. Nefaria is also like a fine wine. That guy just really, really good. Bang. Nice. When it comes to animations, actually, the first The first champion that made me go, oh, when they threw something, made me go, to actually like gasp, was actually Mr. Sinister with the wave on his special one. That was because this was years and years and years ago. He was the first champion that made me go, wow. He was really, really good, and this was long time ago. But yeah, he was very, very good. Go Mojo. Who's the best champs for the Heroes Abyss stuff? Well, if it's a good thing we have full guides on the channel for exactly how to do both of them. So you'll be able to follow those, as well as I did the full... So I've done guides for both of them. I streamed the Heroes one, and I did a voiceover of me doing the Villains one. So there's all of them on the channel for you. So you'll be able to find them. Any thoughts on the last BG seasons and the current notes? I haven't seen the current notes for the next one, so won't comment on that. We can always go have a look, I suppose. The last one, I didn't think it was as bad as most people seem to have done. Like, it wasn't amazing, but it was fine. Oh, and special 3 time. I know a lot of people didn't like it, but... yeah, it was okay. They should have used it. They shouldn't have used ebb and flow. They should have used a different node. Do I think that intercepting on Onslaught feels easy? I wouldn't say easy per se, but he's all right. He's got a lovely heavy, phenomenal heavy range. But I wouldn't say that. Yeah. Do Mega Sentinel and Mojo need the dupe? Mojo certainly does. Mojo certainly does. A Mega Sentinel, nice, but not as required. Didn't like the GC meta? That's fair enough. I didn't play a single game in the GC, so I won't comment on that. Ow. Ah, Corvus. Another champion that was phenomenally powerful in their day. Oh dear. Ow. Oh, well, never mind. Oops. That's why we don't go for, this is why you don't go for fancy plays against champions with guaranteed crits. Should you rank 5 your Zemo? If you need him, if you like him. Yeah, he's pretty good. Heavy range, Bastion's the boss. Bastion has a phenomenal heavy range. I think it's the biggest in the game. And I know there are other champions with big heavy ranges like Shathra and so on. I think Bastion's is the biggest in the game. For the simple reason that Onslaught has a phenomenal heavy range. And you can heavy counter... Ooh, sorry. You can heavy counter Onslaught with Bastion, meaning it has to be longer. So, that's my logic. Go, special 2. See, you don't need to do the full Doom cycle. You just got to adapt as required. Sheath heavy's pretty nuts. Yeah, Sheath's got very nice heavy. I don't think it's quite as big. It's large, but not huge. Not sure if Bastion's Sheath is longer. I think Bastion's is longer. And there is... yeah, maybe just avoid emojis. Sorry, the bot is really going hard. I think Bastion's is longer because what you can do... so what you can do with Bastion is... how did you not get that one take... ah, there it is. What you can do with Bastion... so I don't know if you look at the AI, there's a distance between where they sort of stop and when they run in. I'll see if I can show it in this fight. I'm not sure I'll be able to, but let's have a look. So, like, there's a distance where the AI sort of... if it runs in at you... okay, now we're just stuck in the corner. Let's push her back, right. If they sort of walk up to you... there. You see she sort of paused for just a second. I don't know. Just knock it down again. Okay, Captain Marvel's just the worst, but... there. Did you see she just flickered for just a second? If they pause in that moment, which they often do when they're not being Captain Marvel, Bastion's heavy range is actually long enough that he can heavy counter a champion that hasn't thrown anything yet. It's really funny. I'll see if I can like demonstrate it at some point. It's a really neat technique, particularly for fighting Zola, because you can heavy counter him without him hitting you. What are some good options for the Mystic EQ path? If only that was the path we're running right now. Basically anyone with regen or power shenanigans. That's pretty much who you're looking for. Awakened Guillotine, Deathless Guillotine's pretty good. Anyone on this team works nicely. You'll be fine. Let's see then. Tips for Mojo. Do the missions. That'll do. Throw special twos. Bastion can parry non-contact heavies. That is very true. So you can take... You can take stun immune Zola like that. There's a node. It's Path 1, Section 8. Sorry. Path 8, Section 1 of Alliance War, node number 2. There is a stun immune node there in Alliance War, and quite often Zola is placed there, for obvious reasons. A stun immune Zola is fairly hellish. So in the times where I have to take that fight, I do it with either Bastion if he's not banned, or Deathless Thanos if he's not banned, because you can heavy counter. Well, not heavy counter as well, but you can just use your Unstoppable and just plow through it, just take some damage. Oh, Black Cat. Let's see. Nomic, please don't keep spamming the same question. Who are we going for here? Let's just go for more Mojo. Run Path 8, you've fought Zola before. Tiger's pretty good. Yeah, that's true. Stormbreaker Thor is the classic answer for which champion do you want. So how you play Mojo is you do all the missions, get to 5, get the Death Field activated, throw special 2, and big damage incoming. That's pretty much it. Does Thor need a buff? OG Thor. I mean, OG Thor's not going to get a buff for the sole reason that, like, nostalgia. But does Thor Rags need it? Thor Rags can actually do some things. That's pretty much... Like, Thor Rags is not actually that bad. How do you play Aegon? You hit them. That is pretty much it. You build combo, and that's about it. He needs to be awakened. Crossbones, heroes, more Mojo. Oh, Thor Rags getting a buff. Very nice. Very, very nice. Just that for Aegon? Yeah, pretty much just hit them. Get as much combo as possible. And that'll do. Hang on, let's see if we can get this guy to, like, pause. So about there. You can see him just sort of twitch. Oh, we're at full power. Is Kate Bishop the best 6-star? No. She's very, very good. And I will never forgive the community for not letting us have a 7-star one. But that's also probably a good thing. Otherwise, it would have been a little bit overpowered. And every single new science champion we'd see would have been Cold Snap immune or anti-Kate in some way. So, yeah. Bye-bye, Crossbones. Who is the best 6-star? So, of the champions that are still available to only 6 stars, you've got, like, your Ghost, your CGRs, your Dooms, so on. They very much divide into 2 categories, which are the champions that could be 7 stars but aren't yet. And into that category, I would put Ghost and Doom primarily. Then there is champions that we might see in a while, and that's your Cosmic Ghost Riders. And then there's champions we'll never see. That's your Archangels, your Herculeses, that sort of thing. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw 7-star Doom and Ghost by the end of the year, maybe next year. And you bet your ass that we will be taking Ghost to rank 5, without question. The moment she is announced, I will be saving resources, because Ghost is just phenomenal. Actually, I haven't posted it, but I have a picture. I don't know if I can get it up on my phone, because I'm on computer at the moment. But I took my 6-star Ghost into Alliance War this season, or the season that's just finished. So like 2 weeks ago, my 6-star Ghost went to Alliance War. I took Lumitrix, I took voids on some really nasty nodes. I took high evos. I took a sentinel. I took a Jean Grey. Just absolutely silly. That's Mephisto. What's the purple damage? The purple damage is from the collectives. Where's my torch? I haven't played torch in so long. How many missions Mojo gives? You can gain as many as you want in the fight. But if you've got them awakened, you gain 1 extra 1 as a persistent charge. If you fail a mission, you go down to whatever your persistent charge count is. So if you have 3 persistent charge, you fail a mission, you go back to 3. That's it. So let's go in again. Slammy, can you send it again? Sorry, I missed it. There's 100 people here. It's difficult to keep up sometimes. Ow. Please don't die. Do I ever consider doing war videos? Sometimes, but I find them quite boring. So I tend not to make them because I tend to just make content that I would watch. So if people want them, I guess I can, but it does also put in a lot of pressure on me to do it well. What did I go to university for? I did physics. Specialising in high-energy thermonuclear astrophysics. Why is my torch in the floor? You got Dust, Spider-Punk, and Zemo who should upgrade. It really depends what you need. So if you need a really solid science champion, then Dust is pretty good. Sorry, Punk is pretty good. If you've got, he doesn't need those SIGs. Zemo's a pretty flexible skill champion, so that will do pretty well, and so on and so on. Just depends who you need. Nuclear scientist plays MCSC. I'm an astrophysicist. There's a difference. Unblockable, knocking down, plus... Oh, we're looking for prowess. Yada, yada, yada. Cool. Bring out the mutants team. Do I watch animes? Not really. I've seen a few. Nothing particularly interesting. Mystique, yeah. Mystique is difficult. Very, very difficult to do. Because she is so, like, changeable. No pun intended. So, yeah, we'd have to see. Take Danny. Unfortunately, I don't have a Danny ranked. I've got her down here at rank 1, but, yeah. Let's bring in Max. Be funny. Oh, dear. Prowess champions. Actually, we've got Havoc. We can bring the Professor. He went to rank 3 recently. You need a Duke. Now, you see, a Duke is a higher rank than a Count and a Baron. We need an Earl as well. Earl is even higher again. So, all sorts of fun. Who else do we go for? So, you don't have prowess. You don't have prowess. You don't have prowess. You don't have prowess. You don't have much. You do. You kind of... Actually, we could go 1, 2. That's a nice little team. OG Mags, yeah, but OG Mags in the weird position of he either one-shots them or they're not metal, so... OG Mags is a 7-star, though. That would be very interesting to see. Emma, not ranked, unfortunately. Let's see. Let's start with the Professor. Taking Masters of Physics in Particles and Cosmos. Nice. Very, very nice. You see, the problem with shape-shifting champions is you've got to load the assets into the game. And as much as we like to complain about this game being laggy and horrible, you do also remember that this is a mobile game, and they are loading a lot of information onto your phone. I remember them talking a long time ago about them having huge difficulties with Ghost Rider, this OG Ghost Rider his special 3 animation, because it spawns, like, he has the bike. Like, comes out of the wall towards you. And I remember Kabam said for a long time they just couldn't do something like that because of the, like, load that was required. That's the pause point. What if you added 1 extra electron to everything in the universe? Problems. You would have major problems. Storm Horsewoman? Yeah, she would get nuts. Absolutely nuts. Yes, they fixed it for Kushala. Yeah, exactly. I mean, tech has come a long way since then. But I think also Mystique is one of those very hyped champions. And they couldn't do things like, oh, her entire ability kit changes depending on who you're fighting. Or like, you just have the abilities of the person you're up against. Like, that's not fun. That's not interesting. So, yeah. Let's keep going with the Professor. I have to do the Professor X, like, cycle, like, so slowly. Because I'm on mouse and keyboard. Hitting 50k subs by the end of the year, I find that highly unlikely. It'd be very nice, but I find it highly, highly unlikely. I feel comfortable enough saying that if I got 50k subs by the end of the year, I would sing karaoke for you guys. Like, that is not going to happen. Which is a shame, but, yeah. So we've got a block. 123k already. Very, very nice. Does it lag on PC? Not at all. Buttery smooth. Is the unblockable after heavy coming from any synergy? No, it's coming from the node. So I will show you the node. Oh, we can't use the Professor in this fight. Anyone want to tell me why Professor X versus this guy is particularly bad? No, but it comes from the node, which is knocking down the defender with a heavy attack grants an unblockable passive for 3 seconds, plus 2 more for each prowess effect on the attacker. Oh, and damaging effect on the defender. I missed that last bit. Oh well, could have brought Onslaught. Never mind. If you get to 50k, you're holding it. I never said stream, Ellie. I never said stream. Let's use the... I do not play better on PC. No. In fact, I am objectively worse. Is rank for Unawakened Sandman good? He's certainly come a long way recently. In fact, Sauron might not have been the best option here either, but never mind. So we're going to have to get a bit creative. Ow. Just nerfing myself. Exactly, this guy gets it. Let's bring in the Sauron. Why cure cancer when you can make people into dinosaurs? 200k special 2, pretty good. 7-star photon, very good, certainly is. And 20k degen. So that was a very large special 3 from Sauron. Go Sauron. Note, the reason you can't use Professor X for Torch is because Professor X deals pretty much all energy damage, which would give Torch his smolder charges, which means we will be incinerated very, very quickly. And not going well. No, 7-star photon's very good, and currently one of my 2 wanted 7 stars. They are Lumitrix and Photon. If I could have a dinosaur as a pet. Now, are we thinking about logistics here, or just pure aesthetics? How old am I? I'm 27. I mean, something like a Triceratops would be quite cool. Because they're, they're fairly herbaceous, whatever. They're herbivores, and they're kind of, you'd imagine they'd be quite gentle with each other, so... Oh, that delirium is hurting us. Never mind. Spinosaurus? Yeah, I mean, that's just... Nah, it's too big and too much effort. Too much effort. T-Rex is always cool. Yeah, T-Rex is the go-to one, isn't it? Some of the aquatic dinosaurs were quite cool, but... who's... I can't see that. Something like the Argentinosaurus, that's pretty cool. They were massive, those. The logistics aren't there. So, who are we going for? Let's just go back. Let's just have some fun with Sauron. Have some fun with Sauron. What's the difference between reverse control immunity and psychic shielding? Very good question. So, psychic shielding generally provides reverse control immunity, but also other effects. So basically one's just a better version of the other. But they're pretty similar. A little Microraptor? Yeah, it's fair enough. 125k crit. Nice. Keep the degen paused. There we go. Easy as that. Go Sauron. You just got Paragon, Bastion, Dust, or White Tiger? I would very much say Bastion. I mean, it always depends what you need and what can solve a problem. But Bastion's also really good. Energy refill. Keep it moving. Next, Joe, fix it. Oh, we're on the beach. That's nice. Open the stream to hear us talking about Stegosaurus. I mean, it's not what you expect, probably, was it? Gee. Let's go for a bit of Mr. Sinister. Why isn't Onslaught reverse control immune? Because he's already overpowered enough. Have we got Icarus? Is that Icarus or Rising Sun? Rising Sun. Ah. That's really sad that I can tell that from just, like, looking at... I gained some Furies and knew what node we were on. That's really bad. Nice. 13 degens. Sorry, everyone. Just 1 second. I need to pause the stream. I'll be back in a moment. Sorry. Greetings, part 2. Sorry about that. Let's keep going. But yes, we are back. Everything's okay. Don't worry. Thought it might not be, but we are all good. So do not worry. Oh, those debuffs are expiring quickly. Thank you all for sticking with me. I'm sure we've lost a few people, but I do appreciate those of you that have stuck around. I apologise for everyone that's just jumped out of their seat as well. How is you telling the node immediately a bad thing? It's a show of a lack of life. That's what it is. No, thank you guys. I mean, there aren't that many nodes that provide Fury buffs. So, you know, it's... Your guesses are pretty good. Wow, that's got some range on it. On a more positive side, it's a line of meticulous attention to detail. That is one thing I do pride myself on. I am extremely attentive like that. You know, if someone asks me to check something over, well, that sort of thing, I usually do, if I do say so myself, I do a pretty good job of it. Forgot I was streaming in the background. Yeah, sorry if I've absolutely scared anyone half to death. Ooh, 11k on the ticks. Pulled 7-star Havoc last night. Is he worth the rank up? Well, this is the 6-star rank 5 Ascended, so I'd say so. Plus, there's the burst damage that comes after that, which is probably about the same. So that was a... Yeah, there would have been another 300k burst damage on that, so, you know, not bad. Read last? I did, and I chose to ignore it. The best written characters in fiction. Ooh. It's a good question. I had someone in mind for something like this, but I can't now bring them to mind, which is annoying me. City needs him to, so he went to the Owl Cave. Absolutely, this guy gets it. There was someone that I was looking at recently that was just like so perfectly written. Oh, you mean I'm the best written character? Oh, well, the difference is I'm not fictional. Ow, thought that might happen, but never mind. Thought that might happen as well, but went for it anyway. And that should be the end of the fight. There we go. I would never try and deceive you, Super. Never. Apart from on April Fool's Day, when I make videos that are universally considered hilarious by everyone that watches them, and is not full of a comment section of people missing the point. Let's bring in Apocalypse for a bit of old time's sake. Ah, Apocalypse. He used to be so good. I mean, you are still pretty good. Do you actually go invisible when idle? I mean, you should. I don't know who we're fighting at the moment. I can barely see them, but... One at 7-star Apocalypse, pretty bad. Yeah... I think I have one. Or I certainly tested one on the like content creator beta and I was super underwhelmed. But he certainly hits hard. Your first 6-star rank 5. Yeah, fairs. Gustavo, I have a wife, if that's what you mean. I got married last September. Well, a year last September. September 2024. Good times. Owl lore, indeed. The deep owl lore. He's not currently an owl dad, but maybe. Is someone playing Professor X? Evidently. Not very well, unfortunately, because we are also on computer. Which means doing all of the, like, the inputs for him is really slow, because I'm doing it on keyboard. So, but we can just about get there. Unfortunately, we've given him 15 gamma. So we're going to have to sit through this. All the best, Hilden Dwarf. Thank you for showing up. And now we're degenning. So let's get rid of that. And we're just going to go for a raw special too. Don't need anything extra. 235k. Yeah. This guy went to rank 3 recently, MSD. He is in the rank 4 pool, but I kind of want to get him awakened first. Maybe. When MSD comes to the chat, we've got to start impressing. Absolutely. MSD is the true final boss of MCSE, certainly. Hella, who are we using next? Let's go with, actually, see what the notes are this time. Achilles heel, transistor crypto. Yeah, it's nothing big. Bit of Mr. Sinister. Why not? Anywhere place to get a lot of tier 3 alpha and tier 6 basic. I mean, just kind of... How have we got 4? Right. My vote for the buggiest thing in the entire game is Mr. Sinister's awakened ability. We started with 6 things. We should have started with 4? I mean, 4 of them are Cosmic, and that's pretty phenomenal, because Cosmic is one of the best ones to roll. But, yeah, pretty phenomenal. 4 Cosmic, damn. Yeah, you start with 3, plus any you've got in the bank. And I had a Science one in the bank. And we started with 2 Cosmics and... Sorry, 2 Science and 4 Cosmics. So, who knows at that point. Let's go. Let's keep the Mr. Sinister going. Let's see what happens now. So we should start with 5 this time. But oh no, hang on. I seem to have got 3 persistent. Did I pick up 2 persistent charges? Oh dear. Oh well, this will be one special one and we're probably done. Love doing that little trick there. You gotta love landing the special before the heavy connects. 100k heavy. The roll's one of the buffs that matches the defender. You get 2 of them. Yeah, I think it's something along those lines, Mammoth. It is buggy like that. And it has been reported many, many times, but hey, take the advantage where you can get them. Take the advantage where you can get them. Don't know why, because it's bugged. Will Ghost Rider's flames go out, or will he evaporate her water? Well, water is a very annoying substance to evaporate, but he has Hellfire. So, you know, you really got it. These are the deep questions we ask. Nicely done, Darkstar. Ooh, that's a short reach on the light intercept there. I would just like to point out that it is very funny to me that the new water-themed champion, the new fish champion, has a debuff called Battered. As a British man, I like this very much. Hydrogen bombs. I mean, not quite. Not quite. Yeah, some relics are definitely smooth. I think it's reused animations. Because they reuse the animations of the champion they come through. So. 400k. Oh dear. He's now at special 3. We get lucky? No. Oh well. Havoc is a surprisingly tanky champion. What's my go-to chippy order? I would say I usually go steak pie if I go to a chippy. Because you can have like fish and stuff at a restaurant. But whilst I can make my own steak pie, it's never quite as good as one from the chippy. So I would say, yeah, Steak pie and chips is a pretty good go-to for the chippy. For anyone in the audience that isn't English, do you understand what I mean when I say the chippy? Because I've definitely been in other streams where people have talked about quote-unquote the chippy, and all the Americans are very confused. So, let me know if that means anything to you. No idea? How's the heat wave going? Hot. No idea what I mean when you're saying the chippy? Hell no. Oh dear, you poor people. No. Chip and fish chop. I mean, that definitely shows a no there. So the chippy is a type of UK... A restaurant is pushing it. Takeaway is perhaps better. That specialises in... does fish and chips. But they all do them basically exactly the same. But there are only subtle differences. There's certain things that a chippy has to deliver in order for it to be classed as a chippy. Fish and chips, you know, really greasy chips. You want enough grease and salt on them to make your heart hurt whilst you're eating them. Then you also got to have pie. They do sausage, battered sausage, that sort of thing. So yeah, that is the chippy. Very, very UK thing. But it is excellent. If you ever come to the UK, definitely go to the chippy. You'll find one on basically every street corner. Do I like crispy or wilted chips? You see, ones you get from the chippy are pretty much always kind of soggy. But I prefer crispy ones for like day-to-day purposes. If I'm cooking my own or something, it'd be nice and crispy. Deep fried Mars bars. You see, that's more Scottish, and I think was more done for the memes. But they're good memes. Hardest champ in the game. Ooh. Except Quake. Okay. I mean, Tiger... To like, get the absolute peak out of, Tigra is pretty difficult. Although, Invisible Woman would actually be potentially my take. Because she's the only champion that loses her entire ramp up just by, you know, going near the opponent wrong. So I'd actually say Invisible Woman is arguably the hardest champion in the game to play to her maximum potential. Quake is OP? Correct, and that is why she is 5-star locked. Is 7-star A1 Nova any good? If you can get him to max Sig, Nova can do some stuff. He's a little different to play. You do a lot of like dashing in and out. But you can do stuff with Nova. Shrug. You know what? Let's be silly and do that. So not only did we get hit on purpose, and we're now regenerating the 1200 per tick, but that shock is also giving us a whole bunch of neuroshocks, which we can then turn into degens. And we can just melt through this guy like absolute butter. Even when we're not throwing specials, still ticking for 13k. God, Onslaught is overpowered. That's the rank 5 Onslaught for you. The guy hits very, very hard. Is it lagging for you? It's not lagging for me. I've got 0 dropped frames on my end, so I think that must be something on your end, I'm afraid. Cosmic. Oh, this is a very, very fun node for Carolina Dean. So we're definitely going to be bringing her in. Non-intensified buffs are at 3 or more. Non-intensified buffs, cool. Yeah. This is a very fun node for Carolina, so I will be bringing her. Let's see who else is worth bringing. I wonder if Gamora would do quite well here. I don't have her ranked properly, but clear the slots. Cosmic, so we definitely want Carolina. Nick Fury first, rank 5. Very nice. He is one of mine as well. Let's see who else. Let's bring in the old Cosmic Ghost Rider. Deathless Thanos, because he's huge. He's a rank 5 Deathless Thanos as well. Do we go for Serpent? Why not? Hyperion would be fun. You know what, Ellie? Just for you. Let's find... Where's the Hyperion? There he is. Do we go Serpent or Medusa? Actually, because Serpent doesn't gain enough buffs. So I think we might actually go Medusa. I would bring Hulkling if I had him, but I don't. You need buffs here. So why would we be taking a long shot? This is a cosmic quest. Black Ditto, Deadly Origin. Ah, synergies. Whatever. Right. Craven. So, Carolina. Rank... Oh, I took it to rank 4. Ah, go me. Choose any champion again to permanently remove. Oh. That's so you see my power gain buff is a little bit silly. So we go back into the sun, fire off the special 2, and by the time the special 2 has finished, we're back at another special 2. So now we're going to block his special 2, which puts all the energy vulnerabilities on him. Oh, we're at a special 3 now. Oops, too much power gain. If I'd had to remove any champion, it'd probably be Photon. But that's just my opinion. Where's my power gain? Now we throw another special one. And they're all unblockable, so oh well. That was quite slow, to be honest. Is the mutant class the worst? No, 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 no. There's some very, very powerful mutants. I mean, the Onslaughts, the Genes, the Mr. Sinisters, as we've talked about. If you're not quite at the 7-star level, you've also got someone like the Archangels. Very, very good. There's a lot of very, very powerful mutants. Sunspot, very good. Cyclops, very good. Bug Cyclops, very, very silly. Oh, the few glorious days of Bug Cyclops we had. So the weakest class, I would say probably Skill. I'm not saying Skill is bad by any means, but it's the one that just like lags behind a little bit. I'm going to purposefully drop that just so we can keep the power down. Going to bait the special 2. There it is. So now we've got our 6 buffs. And now let sparks fly. So we gain a whole bar of power in that time. And go for another one. And another one. And another one. There we go. There's a bigger difference between the top of the mutant class and the rest of the class. Maybe? But you could say that about a lot of classes. I'd say a lot of classes have, like, these are the defining champions. Then there are the sort of 8 out of 10, 7 out of 10 ones. And then you've got sort of the rest. So... you could say it either way. Why is water so hard to evaporate? It has an annoyingly high specific heat capacity. And also various latent heats. So specifically the one of vaporization is the one you're thinking about here. It comes in at 4.2 joules per gram. Which is actually quite a lot. Particularly given its relative abundance. Ow. Want to learn to play Misty Knight? Mr. Knight? Oh, Misty Knight. Yeah, Misty Knight is... she's a weird champion. Oh, that's a lot of power gain. That is a lot of power gain. And we're at special 3. Hello, Mimo616. How are you doing, sir? Shocker is a good tech champion? Yep, very much so. Oh, we've got exhaustions on us now. So that is going to actually be reducing our power gain by quite a margin. No relic, I've got to sort that out. You are absolutely right. Moving on. My Resident Evil fan? Nope, never played it. Know nothing about it. Kingpin, Abs, or Scorpion? Ooh, it depends what you need. Let's bring the big man. It really depends what you need. They're all phenomenal, so you can't go wrong. None of them are wrong. Got to get my Deathless Thanos cycle correct. Now we go for the blocked hit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Heavy. Special 1. What are we doing? Exactly what it says we're doing. We're doing the monthly EQ. Big crit. 171k. Oh, Deathless Thanos, you are so unbelievably overpowered. Hate Howard Special 2? I mean, yeah, it's not a huge amount you can do. It's funny if you get someone like Silk to auto-evade it and you just watch them backflip rapidly in the corner. Let's bring out a little bit of the old Cosmic Ghost Rider. Oh. How much do I spend? Naught. This is an entirely 100% free-to-play account. Never seen a single penny. So, if you are concerned that you can't get anywhere in this game, take that as a little bit of... Well, you absolutely can. You don't need to spend. If you want to, you're more than welcome to. But this is entirely free-to-play. Big damage numbers. Can we get some crits? Please kill her. Oh dear. Ow. Well, at least we got the armor buff, I suppose. You gonna get a tier list? Maybe at some point. A tier list just takes a lot of work. Like, a lot of work. So, yeah. Any replacement for Deathless Thanos in the Abyss Villains run? I think just don't use him. I don't think you need to use him. But I can't remember exactly the team I recommended. Yeah. Let's see. I mean, what do you need for the Deathless? I mean, you need a Mystic. Someone that can deal with the champions that require Nullify or buff something. So Mojo and Purgatory are the two really good ones for that. But after that, there aren't... The Abyss isn't difficult, it's just long. Oh, we've got auto block? Ugh. Your favourite class is tech? Fair enough. Do I think they'll add skins? I don't know. It's an interesting concept. And now we have our true accuracy. Which means we don't have to worry about his auto block anymore. Am I an Elder player on this account? Yes, this is a free-to-play Elder account. I was Elder... I could have been Elder within about 48 hours of Elder going live. I held off on it simply so I could make videos about the rank ups. But, yeah. Who's my favourite tech champ? At the moment, it flip-flops between Bastion and Jack. All-time, Ghost. She's just not as useful anymore. I have a particular dislike of Fantman, which I know a lot of people do like. But, yeah. I'm not particularly... don't have many hot takes, but that is one hot take, which is I dislike Future Ant-Man. And if you want to know why, there's a full ranty video on why I hate Future Ant-Man. Somewhere on the channel. Ow. Right, why are we auto-blocking? It's going to be... Yeah, give me shelter. I thought it would be. Again, we can know the nodes just by looking. That's sad. Just need some buffs. So let's get into buffs. Warlock. Yeah, Warlock is a great champ. Everyone should have a Warlock. What do I think of Gladiator? Gladiator is another one of those champions that is very, very difficult to get the most out of. Oh, we are healing so much. But if you can, and you're incredibly cheeky with him, you can get a lot out of Gladiator. A lot. Hello there. Hello there. Greetings. You're not a Ghost fan? I mean, that's fair enough. Yeah, she is a... Yeah. She's a tricky champion to play, and she takes a lot of faffing to get the right oomph out of. But she is very, very good. You're just cold... Oh, you aren't Cinemation whilst an armor up is active. Okay, let's just... With you. No nodes off the top of your head isn't a particularly bad thing. Yeah, true. It's helpful. Can I do the intro? I mean, I can. We're not in at the start, but all I do is I lean towards the mic slightly and go, greetings, and welcome back to the MCOC Encyclopedia. It's exactly the same every single time. But I don't have it pre-recorded, I just redid it. How did I get Deathless Thanos as a free-to-play? I did all of the challenges when they were out. Which was a lot of effort, but Deathless Thanos is so good, so I am very pleased I did. And then I did an entire Necropolis run with the Deathless team in order to get him awakened, and that was a lot of fun. I think I have some shorts on the channel with Deathless She-Hulk in the Necropolis, and that's where they came from. Thoughts about Dr. Bong? Dr. Bong, I think he's very good. I need to get my hands on him, but he is very, very good. Fell in love with Scarlet Witch? Yeah, that's fair enough. You want regular Thanos? Regular Thanos is a trophy champion. So you can't... He's not in any crystal. He comes around at the banquet, and that's pretty much it. Who am I looking for in the next Titan rollover? It depends who's actually in it. Because I'm not sure if Bong's actually going to be in it. I do want a Bong. Oh, we missed the Furies. That's a problem. The banquet's in December. Well, presumably. There's been one every other year. It's the big money event that Kabam does for money in December. I do have an OG Thanos. I think I have the 7-star OG Thanos. You think Kitty will be the 6th champ? That's fair enough. Kitty would be good. She is a champion that I need to get better with because she's very, very good. You heard Cable's supposed to be in the next Titan. That would be very interesting. That would be very interesting. So Cable is a garbage champion by himself. But with a few friends, Cable becomes monstrous. And I do mean that. Cable held... Oh, he's shrugging off all of my debuffs. That's very rude of you. Cable held speed records at one time. Oh, but he's getting buffed. Oh, I really hope they don't buff him out of the Apocalypse synergy. Okay, that changes things. Because he's basically an unknown at this point then. I have no idea how good or bad he will be. So, we'll see. Who else has come out recently? That's good. That was wrong. Ah, for God's sake. How again? Ow. Let's go like that. Cosmic Ghost Rider should be a 7-star? No, Cosmic Ghost Rider does too much damage to be a 7-star at the moment. Oh, nuts. That was going to be huge. PC graphics look insane. They are certainly extremely clean. So most people don't know how to play Cosmic Ghost Rider. Oh, to get the most out of him. Apparently I'm one. That's a really poor choice of saying that. Like there's the basic Special 2 rotation, which I just completely whiffed. There is the Special 3 rotation, and then there is the like 6 aptitude Special 3 rotation. The Special 3, the 6 aptitude rotation is so disgusting that I'm pretty sure the 5-star can damage cap the Abyss on basic attacks. That's how much damage you can get out of him. It's a silly amount of damage. Man, that's a lot of power gain. There we go. Talk to the boy Slayer. Yeah, I don't... Let me check my history. I don't think I've ever spoken to Slayer. No, I haven't. I've spoken to a lot of other content creators, but Slayer is not one of them. He has shown up in my comments section here and there. So I do still think he's around. 10 million health down the stupid time. Yeah, like Cosmic Ghost Rider does a lot of damage. Seaton? Yeah, I've talked to Seaton. I talked to him yesterday. Actually, 23 hours ago was the last time I spoke to Seaton. Let's just go for Death of Thanos. Will there be an Act 9 guide? There's currently a 9.2 guide. I've got to make my way through the rest of Act 8 first. But guides are a lot of effort. Maybe if we have time, I'll show you what I mean. But, yeah. Guides are are far more effort than a basic video. Which is a shame, because they are kind of what the channel was based on. What do I think of Wave? I think she's alright. I think she's alright. I've got Madeline, Pixie, Wave, Ghost Rider, Ruby Thursday, and Bongo Kitty. Okay. Madeline. Madeline's my most wanted from that pool. Yeah. Is there one champ that can carry you through 9.3 and 9.4? No. No, there isn't. You will need... If you had one good champ of every class, you could certainly do a lot of it. Onslaught is a very good mutant carry. He does very, very well. Who's my cosmic carry? I mean, it's currently Deathless Thanos. I mean, Carolina's a pretty good cosmic carry. Oh, this is going to go badly, because we're going to get power locked, aren't we? Oh well, we'll make it work. We've still got the suppression on us from... Oops. Do I like Cap Infinity War? I have very fond memories of Cap Infinity War, because I am old and used him a lot when I was doing Act 6 100%. And this is before both of its nerfs. So, I do have fond memories of using my 5-star Cap Infinity War. I don't know if he has much of a place in the current game, but that's not to say he's bad. And I want to make that very clear. He is a good Ow. Oh dear. Well, we're going to eat special throw. I'm afraid, Ducky, I don't accept in-game friend requests for the simple fact that they are limited. There are only so many you can have, and I need to have people for, like, alliances and recruiting and that sort of thing. So, I'm afraid I don't accept in-game things like that. If there was no limit on it, then maybe, but, meh. There isn't. We're just going to get power locked here as well. Oh well. Do I have a Discord server? It's only linked in basically every video, but yes, I do. It's not linked in this stream, but it is linked in the description of basically every single video on the channel. However many hundred of them that is. And we're back at a special 3. That's alright. There we go. Absolutely cruising. Taking a little bit more damage than I would have anticipated, but hey-ho. Never mind. Which quest is this one? Is this number 4 or number 5? I hope it's number 5, otherwise it's going on a little bit longer than I anticipated. Why haven't I been talking the recent Colosseum videos? Because I want to get them out to you as quickly as possible so you can see exactly what's going on. And honestly, it's not a huge amount to say. Would I say Jean Grey is the best mutant? No. No, I would not. Onslaught is better than Jean Grey, and if you disagree, you're wrong. Go for another one. Big heals. Nice. Nearly 4,000 heal from that one hit. Yeah. Oh, Death of Thanos, you're so good. Alright, let's keep on trucking. Who are the top 5 cosmics? In no particular order. And I do mean in no particular order. Death of Thanos. Serpent. The Thanos Serpent. Maybe, like, jacked out Venom has some serious damage if you can get all the pieces for him. Heimdall is a very, very good carry. Am I missing anyone? Hulkling is probably up there as well. I'd say that about covers it. If you had those champions, you'd be able to go through basically anything cosmic-y in the entire game. Carolina does. I meant to say Carolina. If I didn't, I meant to. Is Lumitrix the best skill champion? Probably not, but he's certainly very good. I don't know who the best skill champion is. I don't think so. Skill to me doesn't have any standout champions like a lot of the other classes do. There's just lots of good ones. But that's just, yeah, my opinion. Who will be my next 3 guesses for the next Stellar Forge champ? Genuinely no idea. No idea at all. Oh, he shrugged it off. That's not very nice of you. Ow. Jean is better for beginners than Onslaught? Okay, yes, that is true. But to say that a champion is better because you can't use them properly isn't valid in my opinion. At their peak, Onslaught is vastly superior. Well, maybe not vastly, but a lot. This guy just refuses to be armor broken, which is very not cool of him. And he just purified it all off again. Lumitrix are the best dual threat and on attack he's basically always invisible. In skill or in general? Because he is very good. Some people are saying Scarlet Witch. I mean, a mutant Scarlet Witch makes more sense than a tech Scarlet Witch. Stop purifying. Not cool of you. Good night, Ducky. Jean Grey needs more immunities. I mean, she's got a shield, which can tank a lot of rubbish. Let's just go for the big special, too. But Onslaught is just so good. So good. Daredevil Hell's Kitchen has some of the best drip in the game. I mean... kinda. He does look very cool. Null looks particularly cool as well. Which champion was the first one that made me go, oh, that is... I think Null was probably one of the champions that made me go, that is really cool. Unfortunately, we're being hit, which is going to mess with us slightly. But not a problem. And that is one of the reasons, Elliot, why I think Onslaught is better. Because you can keep him going. Once Jean has done her thing, you've got to re-ramp her. She's a burst champion. Ow. Whereas Onslaught just keeps going and going and going and getting more and more ridiculous. Bop. Bop. 100k. Big healing. Some healing. And now we wait. At what points do you start saving for the banquet? I mean, I don't really spend units on much at all, so that's pretty much the only time I use them is it on banquet crystals, and that's mostly just to help the alliance I'm in. So I have 5,000 units, that's pretty much it. Is the reason I don't like blocking the end of hits or specials? No, not really. I do sometimes, I'm just concerned about the block damage is all. What kind of music does the owl listen to? Not much. I don't listen to a huge amount of music. If I do have to put something on, it'll usually be some form of classical piano. I'm a big Schumann fan. Tchaikovsky, if I'm in the right mood. Someone like Dvorak's a bit heavy. But again, depends on the mood. Actually, let's just... Debussy. Again, if depending on the mood. All good options. Oh, Nick Fury, what can we get? One light ending combo. We bleed you for 12,000 damage. Can't stun me. Are you stun immune or am I just failing the parry? Auto block this. Ugh. Oh, we've got a big lag spike then. That's fun. Oh no! Poor Nick Fury, we got lag spiked. Ah well. He's got like 10 health left. That's a shame. Do I think 7-star Herc is coming? Very, very slowly. I'm not 85. Just because I have slippers. I like my slippers. Conversation's out of your attack. That's an interesting way of spelling Tchaikovsky. But, yeah. Tchaikovsky spelled Tchaikovsky, I think. I think that's how you spell Tchaikovsky. Didn't realise until Ordeal you could remove Modoc's shield. Yeah, quite a helpful thing to do, but I don't bother with Nick Fury because he's stun immune when auto-blocking. I think that's right, Supreme. Nice job. He's stun immune when he's auto-blocked, and in his second life he's fully stun immune anyway, and you can go unblockable, so it's like 3 levels of don't care. Oh, this is the poisons one, isn't it? Yada yada yada. Yeah, blah 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 blah. Cool. Yeah, right. Debuffs and poison resistance, something. Time for Death of She-Hulk to go absolutely bonkers. If anyone hasn't seen my Death of She-Hulk takes on Colosseum Morningstar, that's a pretty good video. To show just how nutty Death of She-Hulk is. So you're poison. You're pretty good. Your final exam. Good luck, sir. Good luck indeed. Who else benefits? I mean, Scorpion's alright. We can go Scorpion, Silk, and then we can also bring... We'll bring the Venom synergy. Do we even need it? Oh, it doesn't matter. We'll be fine. It's entirely up to you what you spend your units on, Psycho. You don't try and predict the event before it happens. You don't know before it happens. Yeah. Do I still think Gallon will be relevant after the release of 7-star Cosmic Ghost, CGR Cosmic Doom, and other Kobe Cosmic Champions? We just have to see how their kits pan out. He always has a place because he does massive burst damage. But he's not... He will struggle. Just getting just very poor RNG there. Greetings, Danielle. It is indeed me. I hope your evening is going well. Assuming it's evening for you, of course. Right, we're going to bait out the next Fury, get the auto block like that. Special 2. And that's nearly the fight over. There we go. That was 100k medium. Is it worth using the 6-star She-Hulk and Colosseum? For the Deathless She-Hulk, sure, yeah. It probably would be. For the regular one, no, because you need debuffs applied. Always feels like the opponent has a protection passive while I'm using Gallon. Yeah, I used to take Gallon against... it was the old Alliance War map, so it doesn't even make sense now. Cheers, Darkstar. Thanks for coming. There was a thing there that I would take Gallon with. And yeah, every now and again it would just be, oh, I am about to throw off my huge harvest. And I don't have my... I don't have... Oh, he's got his protection, or I parry him or something dumb before the harvest starts. How much are those poisons ticking for? Oh, basically nothing. Wonderful. 1 and bin. There we go. 7-star trash can to the face. Shout out to all the people that understand that reference. Expecting Galactus to be in the game. See, Galactus is one of those that's like... Galactus over Gallon is just like too big to kind of make sense. So I'm not surprised he's not a playable champion. And the fact they've sort of done Gallon as a halfway house, I think is a very acceptable way of doing it. Wonder how big we can get some power stings on this. Nope, not going to get intercepted. How about now? Is White Tiger worth the rank 4? I'm going to answer that the same way I answer everything, which is if you need her. If you need a Mystic that can deal with regen, I would say so. Or doesn't gain huge buffs, so that's the thing. Like, she's pretty good. I wouldn't say she's phenomenal, but she's pretty good. Thank you for the evade, and no thank you for the intercept. Spider-Woman's your most wanted. She's pretty good, as I will now demonstrate by making this Kushala fall over. Oh. Didn't even have to bait a special. How do I get the consistent intercepts? By playing too much. And just for going for them. Sometimes people say, oh, I never get the intercepts. Like, well, how often do you actually try? Let's see how much we can intercept this Morningstar. Sometimes the AI is just not in for it. Sometimes they are. It's all about the flow of the fight. Ow. See, we did that on purpose just to get some bonus trauma. Is White Tiger the only one that can stop Nick Fury's regen? No, not at all. There are other champions that can do it. Cassandra Nova's a good example. Greetings, Earth. How is the stream going? I'd say pretty well. We're a little bit behind schedule, but that's fine. Very poor poison RNG there. Penny Parker can shut down Nick Fury? Yep. Go. Easy as that. Maybe we should have thrown some boosts on for this, but never mind. Bonus trauma. It makes sense for the MCSC folk, okay? Indeed. MCSC, where trauma is good. And sometimes it's a debuff as well. Really like her playstyle. Who are we talking about? Second you thought to switch to Colosseum? I mean, she's a very, very good option for that. Got Pavita and Serpent as rank 5. Very good. 1, 2, 3. Confused between doing Jean, Onslaught, Stark, Spidey, and Nikozemo. Ooh. They're all good options. This is bringing back memories of doing the Epoch North Star with Death of She-Hulk. 1, 2, 3. Oh, we can't crit this guy because of his reinforced passive. That explains where all our damage is going, and the physical resistance. Oh dear, this is a double painful fight. Ouch. That's alright. It's a little bit longer. 1, 2. Oh dear, miscounted. Will I be watching the World Cup? Nope, don't care. You get 7-star Starkey's going all the way up. Fair enough. Starkey's one of those champions I've never quite vibed with. I know he's very good, and I know a lot of top-tier Battlegrounds players really go for him. But for me, he's just... I'm not a fan of playing wind-up toys. Have I seen the teasers? I haven't, actually. I'm not quite up to date on all the information that came out today. Use Kingpin? Really? That's bold. Who's the best character of each class? Ugh. That's, It did not go well. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I mean, Onslaught's probably the best mutant. Is Kushala the best mystic? Can we say that? Yeah, that's a tricky one, because there are some... It just depends on the situation. It's like Bastion is a phenomenal tech champion, but there are some situations where it doesn't work, so... Best Cosmic is Serpent? Best Mutant is Sinister? No, okay, that one I've got to disagree with you on. Serpent is very good, but I think Deathless Thanos has him pipped. Onslaught, Bastion, Deathless Thanos, Nico, Scorpion, Kate Bishop. It's not a bad lineup. 7-star Kate Bishop would be absolutely disgusting. Nico is very good. Nico is very good. One second. Yeah, it's Nico. Nico is... Her damage isn't the best. Like, it's good, but I can't push it higher than good. However, she is... Her control is ridiculous. In any situation where she can get debuffs, it's pretty nuts. I've had people ask me before, can you reparry on computer? And the answer is absolutely yes, you can. Jugs is Bay. It doesn't make him good. Jugs is perhaps the most forgiving champion in the entire game. Like, you can mess up with Jugs basically constantly. And it doesn't matter. What do I mean by Proxima gets damage capped? So Proxima hits... extremely hard on her specials when you get her ramped. She gains basically prowess as a cosmic champion, and she can kind of gain massive fury as well once you get her awakened and whatnot. So the whole point of Proxima is that you ramp her up slowly. You know, it takes about 75 to 100 hits to fully rank Proxima, which is, you know, quite a few hits. And then you just blow up the opponent. But the problem is that anywhere you want to like go for 100 hits, she's just going to get damage capped. You know, so Abyss, Labyrinth, Necropolis, because she will hit the there's a 100k damage cap in Necropolis. She will hit that without issue at all. Don't try Proxima in the side quest. I can't say I have. But the problem with that is that the damage doesn't carry over. So if you deal 1 billion damage to one of those bosses, you do about at most 1.5 bars. Because it can take them, I think it's to 40% on the next bar. So if they're at 2 bars at maximum health, it'll take them to 3 bars with 60% of their health gone. So, yeah. Tricksy. Rank Jugs from 1 to 10. I would give Jugs a solid 8. He's very forgiving, has very, very good damage, semi-reliable nullify when you get him awakened, and just like you can just blast through stuff with him. He, as I said, very, very forgiving, and honestly, sometimes that's worth it. But he doesn't have any form of power control. He does have, alright, he does have access to a wither, but like not really. So his power control is pretty rubbish, and in any situation where you kind of need a bit of bonus control, then he just doesn't have it. He is a nuke, and that's fine. Bzz. Easy, yeah. Solid 8 for Jugs. He can work in a lot of situations as well, but anytime you get a debuff on him, you've got problems. Because he just turns him off. Let's go for the special 3, but that's a longer rotation, yada yada yada. Your hate is unblockable. Yeah, that's just to make you not play like an idiot. Rank Mr. Knight. I would give Mr. Knight... See, this is why we need my tier list update. Mr. Knight gains... He's very difficult to play right. So I would give him, in the situation where you can play him perfectly, and the AI plays ball, and everything goes exactly as you want it to, I would give Mr. Knight, I would say a 7, 7.5. However, that doesn't happen a lot of the time. And that's the problem with him. You need like everything to go right. He's very easy to interrupt. Dex. If you interrupt him, then... I hope that made sense. Death of She-Hulk, Spider-Woman, or A2 spot for rank 5. Ooh. Probably Spider-Woman, but it depends who you need, who you like, who you want. But Spider-Woman, I would say, is the one that jumps out for me. But if, like, Death of She-Hulk is phenomenal, you'll gain... She's really good in any, like, ramp-up content. And Spot if you need the big burst damage. So, just depends what you want. Right, we're coming up on Ghost Rider. I think it'll be our first fight. Mako and get the auto-evades in. Done many bosses with Jugs just because he's fun. I mean, that's fair enough. There's a lot to be said. But someone that is just fun. Who is the most underrated champion of each class? Hulkbuster is the most underrated tech champion, though Vulture is also in there. And honestly, Yondu, like, everyone talked about him for about a week, and then it was like, ah, never mind. But Yondu's still very good. Oh, that didn't last very long. What about some of the other classes? Who's really good, but we don't use enough? Yeah, Hulkbuster's like the easy answer there. I would say Rintrah is perhaps one of the most underrated mystics, and that's not just because I like him. But he's got monstrous damage. Is basically, like, dying is kind of optional with Rintrah. Plus, he's got like a 200% neutralize against Cosmics. Like, that's really powerful. I don't think Shang-Chi's underrated. People know he's good, they just don't use him. And I think that there's different. Scream, pretty underrated. Yeah. I see people recommend Scream for stuff. Hello, thank you. So, is Crossbones good and worth investing in? Yes, but he is quite tricky to play, at least for me. I can never get... He can do a lot, don't get me wrong. But, yeah, he is difficult to play. You've just got to maintain those Furies. Cersei is an underrated Cosmic. I could give you that. Cersei can do some things. Yeah, maybe Cersei for Cosmic. I could see that. Blast through this Iron Fist. Superior Iron Man. Yeah. Superior Iron Man's one of those champions where people go, oh yeah, no, he is pretty good. That's the most you'll get out of people for Superior Iron Man. What do you think of Morbius? Morbius is a champion that gets in his own way for no reason. I think he's okay. Oh, Silk Lock. There we go. His burst damage is fine. His regen is capped for no reason. You need him at max sig to deal with anyone that isn't bleed immune. His utility is mediocre. So, I can't give too much more to him than that. How can I stop making the story guides? Because they are a huge amount of work. And unfortunately, life has moved on a little bit. I'm not saying I will never make them again. But they are... maybe I'll show you at the end of the stream. But they are significantly more work than general videos. Basically, they are scripted, which means every word of every guide you've seen me write, or for the story ones in particular, has been meticulously written out by myself. Which means I have written, I think it's about 700 pages. No, that's not right. Hang on, let's see. So we did all of Act 6, so that's 24. We did all of Act 7, which is 48. We did 8.1, which is another 6. And we did 9.2, which is another 6. That's a total of 12, so that's a total of 60. Each script is between... probably about 400 pages of script, just for the guides I've written so far. And that is not including the fact that I have to run the quests. I run, like, all of the paths multiple times. I need to record all the footage. And so on and so on. Like, it's so much work as opposed to just recording some footage and then going through it. Maybe I'll show you one of the scripts near the end. I've shown them on before, but... you just pulled 7 summons to Sinister. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, Noob also makes very good guides. If you want other guides, MCC Noob, very good. If you want boss guides, I'd highly recommend Simula as well. He's the guy I watch before I do the bosses. So if you want to know who trains the trainer, Simula67 does very, very good boss guides. Simula the Goat. Simula the Goat for a lot of things. Right. Ghost Rider. I can't remember. I know he's been buffed, and I don't think it's going to matter. So let's blow him apart. Well, should we just bring in the Spider-Punk? Why not? Bit of a laugh. I should have brought the Nefaria, actually, but never mind. Let's see if we can Spider-Punk this guy. Let's see. Best stat focus for Scorpion? I'm not sure, to be honest. Crit, maybe. He doesn't really need any of them, so whatever you feel. When's Kabam adding pork grind? No idea, but he will be quite fun. So wait for the big fiery trail, and that's our cue. Second physical vulnerability. That's a cool blocking animation. I like that. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, that doesn't use all his power. Oh, that's very interesting, which means we can do some very funny things with Spider-Punk then. Nice. Heavy attack. You're welcome, Lancris. Oh, hang on, I've got to use my other hand. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, we push him to special 2. Okay, that didn't do anything. So a good way to get energy? Not really. There's the daily events. That was a little bit disappointing. If you get the maximum milestone, at least for me, I get an energy refill. So that's a pretty good way, I think. Porkrain didn't win the contest, no, but everyone that was an option will be coming eventually. It could be next year, but he will be coming eventually. Concho, I answered that whilst you were here. Spider-Man Noir when? I mean, who knows? Who knows? So, final quest. Which means, I believe, we have a wave to deal with. Hello. This quest is the skill one. Oh, it's the evade one with Mixmaster. So it's Disorient, Tranquilize, Incinerate, or Shock. Ooh, okay. I mean, we're just going to Okoye this entire quest then, aren't we? So, let's drop all of these. So, Shock. You can bypass evade. Do we have a Crossbones, a Moleman ranked? No. A 2 McCann as well, but he's not ranked. Does Emo go crazy? Yeah, I suppose. Black Cat. You can't evade in your second move. You want... Okay, Ellie, we'll do Hitmonkey. It's only rank 2. We can bring... Let's just bring Moleman. The lols. Oh, Black Widow Deadly Origin. That's a... Actually, I'm going to sub out Moleman for Black Widow. She is perhaps my underrated... There you go. My answer for the underrated skill champion. Black Widow Deadly Origin. Yeah. No, I have no doubt she's very good for this node. So let's go tech. Black. Is she rank 2? I don't think so. No. Let's go 1 and 2. Silver Sable underrated skill. I could see that too. Yeah. Right, let's get cracking on because I'm running out of time. Running out of time. Black Cat is better than Okoye. That is a bold statement, sir. That is a bold statement. Do not bring... Let's just go for you here. She can be better than Okoye in some fights. Can fully dex that, but I don't want to whilst I've got the neutralize on me. There we go. Is there a way to get a free carb core? If you go to the web store, as Ellie has pointed out to, yes, there's the weekly crystals there. You can get them from there, or you can grind arena and get units. In the grand scheme of things, 500 units isn't that expensive, or 550, whatever it is, isn't that expensive. And now we melt everyone with a Okoye. I'm slightly running out of precision buffs, but it almost doesn't matter. Because one special one, and all that damage over time, it's the end of that. So that's 10 seconds this year. And casual 20,000 damage per tick. From bleed and 20,000 from poison, actually. So it was actually about 38,000 damage total. Per tick. Which is pretty silly. Let's try the old Black Widow Deadly Origin then. Actually, it's possible to bring all class masteries to rank 5. tech and skill seem strong. Oh, you need to look at the Mystic one, my friend. Mystic Dispersion is very, very silly. He's going to evade this. He did not evade this. Rank 5 unduped Cyclops. That is bold. I wouldn't have rank 5'd him unduped, but that only lets him ramp up. So if you just want him for one fight, yeah, pretty good. 40k burst. Very strong. Cyclops does a hell of a lot of damage. So, can never argue with that. Alright, keep on trucking. Why would they put Thor in this quest? The guy's like deals with shocks. Omega Sentinel for underrated tech? Yeah, I could see it. I could see it. Who's the most fun champion? I do like playing Count Nefaria, but that's just me. Latest mastery setups. I have a video called Mastering Masteries. It's from 2024, but it still holds up. Like, all the information is correct because masteries just haven't changed, particularly not for someone at level 59. There has been, like, one extra point that you can get, but, yeah, basically that video is all you need. Omega Sentinel's Ironheart, that's a bit worse. That's... Ooh. They're very different. And I'm not actually, like... I know a lot of people are big Ironheart fans. I'm not. I don't quite get the same out of her as a lot of other people do. There we go. Rank 5 for anything unduped is diabolical. Yeah, except OG She-Hulk. OG She-Hulk doesn't get... actually gets kind of worse if you get her awakened, particularly against Mystics. So, I don't know if MSD is still here, but I'm sure he'd back me up. But yeah, OG She-Hulk is actually a champion you want to avoid getting awakened. To choose a trophy champion. I think I have all the trophy champions, so it's not hugely a problem for me. I know MSD took his She-Hulk to rank 4 unduped. So, yeah. But OG She-Hulk as a void counter. Okay, yeah, Sig 200 then you can need. But that is a niche interaction. Very fun on Path 4 and Alliance 4. It's rank 5 now, still unduped. There you go, then. There you go. There are many better void counters than OG She-Hulk, but if you try hard enough, anything can work. Which I suppose is one of the glories of some of this game. It's changed a bit now, but it very much used to be. You can kind of use whoever you want. Now the meta doesn't really allow for that. But you can certainly do some interesting things. Full Venom decks. Full Venom. Ironheart can counter miss, reverse controls, parry non-contact, different debuffs, negates prowess. This is all true, but I find her stressful to play. Because you've got to maintain those debuffs. And I just don't find she's quite got the damage to stand up to other tech champions I want to use. Like, if I want to deal with... Also, what I would say is... You rarely have to deal with all of those things together. For example, miss and reverse controls isn't something that comes up very often. And if I want to deal with reverse controls, I'd use Jack. And I don't know who I'd use if I wanted to deal with miss. Probably Onslaught, but he's not tech, I'm aware. Like, if I wanted to deal with prowess, then I would use Nimrod, because he just cheeses prowess completely. Etc, etc. So, yes, she's got good utility, but I don't feel like it kind of combines properly. She's got rank 4 and hard does a lot in Act 9. I can see it. I can see it. Just doesn't vibe with me. Not to mean she doesn't vibe with other people. Not at all. That makes sense. Basically does the same. Yeah, this is true. Cowardice is a really underrated debuff. So is weakness in general, actually. The number of people that, like, kind of ignore weakness as a piece of utility, it's surprising, because it's really good. Is this the... No, yes, so this is the Ghost Rider and Wave side quest. Not the new one. So it's the May side quest, not the June. We're just late. Oh, there we go. Some decent bleed damage there. Nice. When the rank 2 hits like the rank 5. Eye-Bomb's weakness is also awesome. Yeah, exactly. Can do a lot of cheesy things with weaknesses. Or like... yeah, Yondu. Thank you. No, man. I was literally just looking for exactly for him. Exactly the same. Civil Warrior has weakness on block during specials. Precisely. These are all really good bits of utility that are kind of overshadowed. Yeah, that's some serious damage over time ticking. Get some dexes in there. I think we can end this on just a special one. And a stand-up intercept. There we go. Do I always play with the sound on? No, I basically never play with the sound on unless I'm A, recording it, or B, streaming it. So, basically no on the sound. Is this being streamed on Twitch? Unfortunately, it is not. I don't think my internet can handle it. So, you'll just have to deal with me here instead. Why did I go for Black Cat for this? I mean, it kind of makes sense, Black Cat versus Spider-Man. I think that makes sense. Khonshu, that's not a particularly doable challenge. Not only is it not doable, but also that's kind of really long. There's also no qualifier on it, so I can just spam revives and technically do all of it, but... critical bleeds, and that's a GG. Sorry, Spider-Man. No Black Cat for you tonight. Come on, load. There we go. Right, nearly there. Nearly there. Yeah, see, heavy countering I would normally do, but against Spider-Man who's a Vady, then... less likely. Who do I use for the villains and heroes? I've got guides up for most of it, so I'd say refer to them, so you can get the full information. Ow. Aside from Thanos and Deadpool, what trophy champion would like to get buffed? Kang, probably. This is going badly. This is why double medium champions occasionally are problematic. Man, this guy does not want to go for the light intercepts. Wait, special 2. Spider-Man 2099 is very much one of those champions that I know is good, but I just don't really vibe with. I've tried playing him a lot. I just don't quite get on with his loop. I find you just spend time dexing a lot. I'd rather actually be doing something than just kind of dexing. Against the right specials, then, that's very different, but, yeah. Do I have plans to post other games? I occasionally stream. I streamed Elden Ring a couple of times, or once, I think, and then I streamed Bloons as well, BTT 6. I was very bad at Elden Ring, but I'm pretty good at Bloons, which is quite a sad thing to say, but, you know. I do play other games. I don't have any plans to stream them. I could, potentially. But generally the viewership on those sort of things is a bit less anyway, so... Like, people come for the MCOC content, so we provide them the MCOC content. No one is playing into my light intercepts today. Light intercept? No. No. Oh, evaded that one. Oh, now we're going to die. Ah, this is why we don't do fancy things. That's why we don't do fancy things. Never mind, she was only rank 1 anyway. Okoye versus Okoye, I guess. Did I play BTC battles? I did a long time ago, but not anymore. How do you use Black Widow Deadly Origin? Kind of just intercept them where you can, but mostly it's just build shocks and spam special 2. It's not much more to it than that. There is a lot more to it than that, but it's all pointless. She's got this really big, complicated kit that doesn't really do anything. What made me first start playing MCOC? So, a long time ago, I used to play Injustice on the mobile, which was like the DC version of MCOC, but nowhere near as deep and complex. It was mostly just like hit the opponent. And then, when I was at university, I started going out with a lovely young lady who is now my wife. And she had it on her iPad. And I thought, ooh, what's that? Because it looks similar to the game I was playing. And I just sort of went from there. So, there you go. That is the deep lore of why I started playing. There we go. Come on, special one, please, sir. Please, thank you. Oh, there's the evade. Special 2. Crit bleeds. Pop. There we go. Indeed, it's our lore day today. Wife for life, that is the plan. Right, 2 more fights, then we've got Wave. Does she still play? No. No, she got about as far as Act 3 Maestro. Just sort of picked it up for curiosity's sake, but never really took it very seriously. Yeah, should probably be going. Oh dear. Fair enough, bot. Fair enough. Ah, she's a mercenary, so we get both. Yep. So, in most fights with Hitmonkey, you have to choose what mode you want to go into. But, for against Titania, I don't think we do. Name a character you think could solo story? Serpent can. He's done it. Someone made a video. It's 2 parts of him doing every fight in, like, a complete clear. Not 100%, but could go all the way through. Yeah, up to and including Emperor Doom. And if someone has the channel name, please do put it in. Because I'm afraid I don't have it on hand. Which is a shame. Was it, Oh, I know them as well. This is annoying me now, because I should know that. But yeah. Please do. Yeah, if someone can find the channel name, that'd be very good. Yes, Omega Beast. That was it. Mr. Omega Beast did it. That sounds very familiar. Medium, light, medium. Titan is not a merc, I just got smacked. That also seems possible. I thought it was a bit strange. I thought she was tagged as a villain. Box has the best special 1 animation in the game. Ooh, it's not bad, it's not bad. Bastion's is very satisfying. For me. Who else has great special 1? Yeah, those 2 are probably up there. Do I like Fox? He's alright. I haven't played him a huge amount. Just because I never really pulled him when I needed to. But, yeah. Okay, final fight. Wave. Everyone wave to wave. Is Valkyrie a good champion to spend resources on? No, not really. She's all right, and she used to be really good, and she can bypass a lot of stuff. But I can't really recommend her in 2026. 2022, maybe. But not anymore. Right, let's see these animations. Nice, so wait for the roll and the slam. Box is simple and cheesy. I wouldn't say necessarily cheesy, per se. But he's very good. Alright, go for some damage. And there we go. That's pretty much all she wrote. 30 of each debuff. Woo! That's some serious damage. No damage taken. Wonderful. Okoye has perfect parries. There you go. Something you might not have known. She has a really, really high block proficiency. Okoye, for no apparent reason. Am I solely free to play? Yes. Yes, I am. This is a 100% free to play account. No pennies, no nothings. There we go. Let's go claim our rewards. Or have they automatically been claimed for me? Ah, no. Let's start the bottom. See if we get anything interesting. So already starting on a little bit of T7. A lot more T7 and a revive. Not bad. Need to get your hands on Okoye. She's insane. Yes, she is. A little bit low on the tech from ranking up my I'm Infinity War. Ah, Mysterium. Going in the bin. There we go. Wish there was a Claymore button. Yeah, that's fair enough. Some empowered Grace Crystals. Maybe we'll open those. See what we can get. Claim, please. There we go. 3-star Tuma. Keep going with the tech. More tech. What was in this? Ah, I mean, it's not the worst. Pick up this. Don't need more. You know what, let's just see what happens if we click claim on all of them. Anytime you get units they feel valuable, that is very true. Oh, you can claim them all like back to back. Oh, this is slightly glitching out now, but that's fine. There we go. Keep claiming those techs. Oh, ISO. I guess. I don't know who I'm ranking up next. We've only got 2 of those ones. Let's grab those. Keep it. I wonder if we can just go like claim, 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 claim. You can claim them over the top of each other. That's funny. Is there a way to check her champ scale, sig scale in game? Yes, there is. Oh, that's going to the top of it. I will show you in just a second. You might have to remind me because I will forget, but I'll do my best. Tech Catalyst. People asking about gold as well. There's nearly 10. There's 8 million gold here, just from doing the EQ. Which is pretty damn good. Let's go for that one. Keep on going. There you go. There's some decent tier 5 in this. I didn't realise the T5 here was so good. That makes me want to do it much more. Maybe we'll have to stream the next one as well. Do let me know in chat. Yes, we will be opening up some of these, don't you worry. Whether you would like to see me do this every month. Is the EQ something that's worth streaming? Or would you rather see me do other things? Why is this frozen? Appears to have frozen. We have soft locked it. That's helpful. Okay. I will just turn that off. And I will be back. I'm just going to restart the game. Because that seems to have soft locked it. So I'll be back momentarily. And I'm still here. The game will be back momentarily. Oh, you're going for rank 5 mojo. Spicy. Think it's good. It's a vibe. Nice, nice. Okay, now I can't reopen the game. That's helpful. Okay, that's problematic. We can't open the game. Let's see if I can open it on my phone a second. See if it logs me out. This is not how I wanted to end things. I wanted to do a nice little opening. Apparently not. Come on, let's see if it loads. EQ bugged on your alt account? So let's see if I can log in on my phone. And then I can use... Okay, I've got to claim some rewards on my phone now because it's glitching out, which is not helpful. Just claim a bunch of random... So it's asked me for some ISO, so we claim that. Now for some fragments, I've claimed some Science Tier 2 class alloy. Let's claim a Tech and a Mystic for the Tier 1. Let's claim some more Tech for the Tier 5 CC. Okay, can we go back in the game now? No. Why not? Yeah, so I think we're slightly soft locked here. Yeah, so I'm afraid there will be no opening because I can't get into the game. Like, this is all I can do at the moment, is just get to here. And it says, you're in game. And I promise you I'm not. So, yeah, that's... Kabam says no. I might have to restart my computer to deal with that one. So I'm afraid no opening today. I don't really know what to say. So I think we're just going to have to end it there. We managed to get all of the EQ done, which was good. Yeah. So with that, I will say thank you, and I will see you next time. Cheers, everyone.